regardless of where you're at and regardless of where your goals are or what you've done, what mistakes you've done, you were born with the right to feel proud of being here.
We first met him on Empire as Jamal's love interest Michael, later on as Ricardo on When We Rise, and recently he wrapped his third season of Dynasty as the always fun and controversial character of Sam Jones. He stopped by The Agenda to chat about his life, career, and being a proud member of our community. We want to welcome to The Agenda, Rafael De La Fuente.
Wow, we are so excited to have Rafael De La Fuente today with us on the Q Agenda. Rafael, how are you doing?
Hi, Enrique. I'm wonderful. How are you?
Good, good, good. How are you dealing with the insanity and the craziness that we're going through in this new normal?
Well, let me tell you something. It hasn't been easy. It's been very challenging. You know, I've had ups and downs, just like everyone else. You know, taking it a day at a time, I guess, you know, just trying to stay present and, you know, trying to do things like working out and keeping my mind busy. And, you know, I've watched a lot of TV and cooked a lot and I've meditated, which I haven't in like 3 days. I really need to meditate today. But yeah, you know, just, you know, taking it moment by moment.
Well, you're coming out of a fantastic season of Dynasty. It was so much fun to watch your work during the whole season. You and I had the opportunity to speak recently, and I am just so overwhelmed with joy on the leading man character that Sam has become. How are you feeling the direction the character is going?
Oh my God, I'm really, really happy because throughout season 2, that's kind of what I was missing. I've always loved my character in the show, and I feel like I've really enjoyed playing Sam, which I think has shown, you know, and that's the reason why people have connected to the character, because I think that whenever an artist enjoys what they're doing, that's when you know, people connect to their work. But I feel like Sam's story in season 2 was kind of still very supporting in a way. I mean, you know, I'm part of the, you know, main cast from the beginning, but it's always been, you know, more of a supporting character in a way, more of a character that, you know, is there to like support, you know, the Steven storyline and the rest of the Carringtons. But I feel like in season 3, they really gave me a chance to explore the character and, you know, especially the LGBT character of the show in a more leading man, as you said, light. And, you know, that's what we want. That's all we want. We want to show that we can do that and that we can be the comedic relief, but we can also be the hero. And I am so grateful with our showrunner and writers and studio and network for thinking that I can do that. It was a big pleasure. And also just on a personal note, kind of a bucket list thing, because you know, as a gay actor in Hollywood, you hear all these things, you know what I mean? You hear all these, you know, facts that people talk about, you know, a gay man, you know, an openly gay actor can't be a leading man and you sort of kind of believe it. But I feel like I've always been a little bit of a rebel, and I you know, wanted to defy that, and it's felt really good.
How does a boy from Venezuela ends up being on the forefront all of a sudden in Hollywood, on leading characters like that, as you've done on Empire, you've done on shows with Ryan Murphy, now on Dynasty? How do you manage to position yourself that way? Has it been a lot of work?
It took, you know, courage, because you know, you never know how it's going to play out, but I have been very lucky to work and to be a gay actor playing gay roles, because like I've said before, I am so lucky to play an LGBT character. I think that our community is beautiful and deserves to be represented, and it's so varied, and I it's the honor of my life to do that. It has taken a lot of work and a lot of sacrifices and a lot of time and a lot of tears and it has been hard, but I cannot complain because I have been very, very lucky, and people have been very embracing of who I am and of my work, and I am ready for more.
When we come back, more with Rafael De La Fuente.
Something that we love is to watch what you're wearing on Dynasty.
Yeah. And I love wearing it, trust me.
And you're working, your role, Sam, used to be Sammy. It was played by Heather Locklear.
Mm-hmm.
Did you feel that to be like a responsibility? And Dynasty was known for the glamour and the Joan Collins outfits and everything. So you're doing a modern version. Do you feel any responsibility in that matter, representing the LGBTQ proudly and openly?
Well, yes, I do feel a responsibility to be the best, the best Rafael that I can be, and to make my work better every time, because I do want to represent my community, because my community deserves to be represented in the best, most righteous way. Because I'm so proud of who we are and how resilient we are. Now, as far as Dynasty and the original, not really, because even though I think they all did a phenomenal job and they were a huge global success, I feel like what we have created in our show stands on its own and it's completely different, which to me was the only way of doing it, really, because the original Dynasty is the original Dynasty and it really impacted pop culture, you know what I mean? So if we were going to do a reboot, it just had to be a completely new reimagining of it. And specifically regarding the character of Sammy Joe, I felt no pressure because, first of all, I'm a guy. You know what I mean? So I'm a guy, I'm Latino, I'm an immigrant, I'm gay. Like, it's a completely different situation. So I never felt that I would ever be compared with Heather, which did she's a superstar. She did a phenomenal job and was the most likable, beautiful, charming, conniving little biatch in the show that we all love, you know what I mean? Right. But, luckily being so different from her, being such a departure, I never felt like I had any pressure to,
walk on those shoes.
No kind of pressures.
I see also that you have also been very active in social media in spreading your message. Mm-hmm. I just particularly saw, I believe, some cartoons recently about some kids and about parents talking to their children. Also about a little bit of what is the concept of toxic masculinity. Sorry,
mm-hmm.
Let's speak again.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel that through social media is the best way to reach out your audiences? You have nearly almost 1 million followers on Instagram and I know the show's an international success. So is that the best way to take your message out there?
I think art is the best way. I think that TV shows and movies are the best way. I think that appealing to people's emotions and empathy is the best way, and storytelling. Now, social media is a great platform to do it, and I have a very engaged audience, so I use that as well. Do I think it's the best way? I'm not sure that it's the best way. I think art impacts people in the most effective and deepest of ways. But social media is a good tool for me. Yeah.
Where do you think young people that watch you and that see you as a role model should find their sense of pride?
In themselves. We are innately worthy. We are innately enough and innately beautiful, regardless of where you're at in your life. And I think that you should find it within you, regardless of where you're at and regardless of where your goals are or what you've done, what mistakes you've done. You were born with the right to feel proud of being here. And you are worthy and you are beautiful. So just look inside of yourself and really hold on to that.